This is a Timeless Television presentation. Timeless Television presents Guess the Year. Here is today's Guess the Year. All the clues are hidden in the clips. See if you can guess the year, and we will reveal the answer at the end of the program.
At Cape Canaveral, the nation's newest ICBM intercontinental ballistic missile is readied for its maiden flight. The Air Force's 90-foot missile is more powerful and technically more sophisticated than the Atlas, which is nearing operational status. But the two-stage Titan is still in the development stage. Its ultimate range will be possibly as much as 9,000 miles. But in this initial firing, only the first stage engine will be tested. The second stage is essentially a dummy for proper balance. It's a test with limited objectives, and every precaution that can be taken. West Berlin's Mayor Willy Brandt, accompanied by Mrs. Brandt, arrives in Washington, D.C. in the course of a one-month tour of Canada, the United States, and Southeast Asia. A key figure in the looming crisis of West Berlin's future, his visit came as Secretary of State Dulles met European leaders to discuss strategy. Brandt tells America that his city will not falter under Soviet pressures.
That you here in the United States and our friends all over the free world can rely upon the people of Berlin. At the same time, the Berliners feel quite sure that they can rely upon their friends abroad.
At Fort Myer, Virginia, last rites for crewmen of the unarmed American transport that was shot down last September when it strayed over Soviet territory. From the chapel, the coffins are borne to Arlington National Cemetery, where they will rest in honor. 6 bodies were returned by Russia, which denies any knowledge of 11 others aboard the plane. Russia claims the plane crashed and has denounced as false a tape recording of a radio conversation between Red fighter pilots who shot the plane down. The last salute to these men sounds in grim discord against current Soviet talk of wanting peace. The mantle of security is lifted from America's combat missile assembly lines. The Michigan Ordnance Plant, where the Army's Redstone and Intermediate Range Jupiter are built, is one of the, till now, secret facilities to which newsmen were admitted for the first time, coincidentally with President Eisenhower's denial of congressional criticisms that America lags in missile production. Said Ike, the nation should be proud of its missile progress. The Thor missile, also in full production for the Air Force at Santa Monica, is already deployed at overseas bases. Here, just off the production line, the rocket itself receives final tests as part of an entire weapon system which includes a mobile control center and launching device. Less than a year ago, the Thor was in the experimental stage at Cape Canaveral. Today, it is fully operational. Another missile just going into assembly line production is the Atlas, one of which carried the talking satellite. Another, shown here, made headlines with its recent launching from Canaveral. The 3-engine rocket soars aloft in almost flawless style, presumably headed downrange for its full intercontinental reach. Soon to enter operational status, the Atlas, combat ready. Mardi Gras, Mediterranean style. A ticker tape parade up Broadway from the Battery to City Hall, New York's traditional reception for heroes and visiting dignitaries, draws an estimated 300,000 onlookers to hail President Arturo Frondizi of Argentina. The beginning of a crowded 2.5 days in Gotham for the Argentine chief of state, who is in this country to build goodwill and encourage private investment in his nation. An auspicious start to his visit as Dr. Frondizi's motorcade reaches City Hall, and Mayor Wagner echoes officially New York's warm welcome. In New York, the 79th birthday celebration of General Douglas MacArthur, former Supreme Commander of Allied forces in the Far East. The general slices into a birthday cake of a size and grandeur appropriate both to his years and his fame. Greetings Greetings from a pre-World War II aide, Dwight D. Eisenhower, are conveyed by Major General Leif Sverdrup and joined in by all the nation.
Have you guessed the year yet? Stay tuned. The answer is coming right up.
This satellite's electric eyes will scan the Earth's cloud cover, broadcasting data never before attainable. The weather station's batteries will last only 2 weeks, but it will usher in a new era of global weather forecasting. A scientific triumph for the new civilian space agency, the launching is the vindication for the sleek, three-stage Vanguard space vehicle. One of the most technically sophisticated of the space rockets, the misfortune-plagued Vanguard 6 times failed in widely publicized launching attempts, only once placed a 3-pound baby moon in orbit. But on this day, the Vanguard outdoes her designer's hopes. She soars aloft to join 4 other satellites still orbiting the Earth, 3 American, 1 Russian. Defense Department films show the perfect flight, mathematically flawless all the way, that carries the weather satellite into an orbit even farther out than hoped for, assuring a lifespan of decades, perhaps centuries, for America's eye in space.
Did you guess that today's featured year was 1959? Tune in again for another Guess the Year. A Timeless Television presentation.